anyone and everyone. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm going to just do a very quick check-in with you guys, see how my reading's coming along this month. I don't have too much to talk about when it comes to my TBR, which I'll tell you later about. But currently I'm just gonna go for a quick walk, stretch my legs, get some fresh air. I live in Southern California, so it's lovely outside. It's not really wintry, but I want to enjoy the sunshine. Just take my little dog for a walk and listen to the audio version of Cress. I've been kind of doing both reading and listening, so it's a little bigger of a book, so it just kind of helps to allow me to read when I can't actually physically be reading. And I'm gonna go do that, and then when I come back I'm gonna wrap some presents and give you guys a little bit of a reading update. So I'll see you then. Bye.
Chapter 8. Cress hardly felt the hot water beating on her head. Outside her washroom, a second-era opera blared from every screen. With the woman's powerful voice in her ears, swooning over the incessant shower, Cress was the star, the damsel, the center of that universe. She sang along at full volume, pausing only to prepare herself for the crescendo. She didn't have the full translation memorized, but the emotions behind the words were clear. Heartbreak, tragedy, love.
Okay, so I'm back from my walk with River. It was very nice outside and it felt really good to get some fresh air and stretch my legs. I am currently, as I showed, reading Cress, and I listened to it on audio while I was walking, and I'm about 25% of the way in. I'm really enjoying this story. It's following Cress, who is a girl that's being kept in a satellite by the Lunars. She's sort of a hacker. She's supposed to be spying on Earth and communications and reporting back to Lunar. She happens to be an Earth sympathizer, and she wants to support the people that are on Earth versus the Lunars. And that gets her involved with the previous characters from Scarlet and from Cinder. So it's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it, and just like the other books, once you start going into the story, it really hooks you. Like, it's just so good. And I love that like every plot intertwines with the other books, but at the same time is a plot on its own. So really enjoying that so far. The other book that I have on my TBR that I actually have finished is The Hatmakers by Tamsin Merchant. I give this book a 4-star. It is a wonderful, very whimsical middle grade. I thought the humor was really good. I thought the plot was really good, and I love that it left you on a cliffhanger, ready for the next book. This follows Cordelia. She is the daughter of a popular of the Hatmaker, and this is about the Hatmaker family. Her dad goes missing. He's thought to be dead, but she thinks that he is not. So she's like on the mission to figure out what happened and where he is. In that process of figuring that out and going through that process, another sort of mystery plot builds that she has to help solve and figure out. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it to just about anybody, especially this time of year. It's just a very warm, very comfort, a book that you would really enjoy, like cuddling up with a cup of coffee or hot cocoa and just reading late into the night kind of thing, because it's just lighthearted. It's not difficult to follow, but it's very fast paced, so it keeps you hooked. So I really liked this book. Okay, let's get to wrapping some presents. While I was supposed to be reading my TBR, instead, I was reading another series. I started in November the Caraval series. And if you don't know what that is a trilogy. The books are Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. They are by Stephanie Garber, and it's pretty much the books. First book follows one sister's point of view. The next book follows another sister's point of view, and then both those sisters' point of views are in the third book. And you're following these two sisters as they're going through these games that are hosted by magical beings that love to toy with people. And then as you go through the different books, you're getting to learn more about these other magical beings called fates that also again like to mess with people. So through the whole story, you're kind of like, is this real? Is this person good? Is this person bad? Are they telling the truth? Are they leading them on a bad path? You're kind of constantly what? I feel like the first book, I kept reading it going, is this real? What? No, that's ridiculous. Are you serious? Is this happening? Constantly the whole time. The second book, I was like, oh, so cool. That's sweet. And then, oh wait, that's really cool. Or, oh, I like how that plot's going. Or I like how this is changing so fast. And so that one was really intriguing. And then the third book was good. It just, what am I gonna say about it? The third book was very heavy in the romance, and it was the obsession romance. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've said this on my channel before. I just the obsessive romance is kind of meh. So I don't know if I like it that much, being that kind of overwhelmingly obsessive romance. The other problem I have with this series, and why I think as a series as a whole, I would only give it a 4-star. Even though the first book and the second book I give 5 stars, the third book really kind of brought it down a little bit, is because, the story is supposed to be really about oh, sorry, my feet are falling asleep. It's supposed to be about sister relationship and that bond. And I really felt when you were hearing the sisters' point of views in both books, the first one made more sense of why they were separated, but the second and the third really just was why don't you work together? You're supposed to be love is the most powerful thing, and that your sister bond is the best, and you love each other so much, and you talk about how much you matter to each other and how much the other matters to you. And yet at the same time, neither one of them work together really. They kind of they go off on doing different things constantly. So I just wish they had kind of pushed more of the relationship of the sister bond than the relationship of there's a love triangle, and then the other sister has another relationship that she's, experiencing feelings and all the things. And I just wish that it would have been a little bit more wrapped around the sisters working as a team in the third book than being still so separate. Other than that, it was great. There's a lot of different types of characters. So the third one, you really got to pay attention to the characters and kind of remember which fate does what and who's who. But other than that, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I was hooked. I was not listening or reading to anything. I was I should be doing my TBR, but here we are. It was not Christmassy at all, but I still watched it, or I still listened to it. So I physically read the first one on Kindle, and then I listened to the other two on Libby. And the author or the narrator was really, really good. I thought she did a great job. And yeah, so I like I said, I read those, but I also listened to another book. It was like a cozy mystery style book, but it was supposed to be like winter themed. It was technically supposed to be like actual Christmas themed. And what was that one called? Oh, and it was like called Jane Frost. And it's like the Jane Frost Cozy Mysteries. I'll put a picture of which one it was. It was the first one in the series, and it was okay. It was a little slow. The concept was really good. The narrator was pretty good, but the story just was a little too slow for me. And the plot was just kind of like, not that interesting. I don't think I would be recommending it above other cozy mysteries I've listened to. I have other ones that I prefer over it. But I did like it. It was okay. I'd say like a 3-star. Yeah, so that was another one I did accomplish. By the way, look at this wrapping paper. What? Got the Dollar Tree. So cute. So cute. Okay. I probably should have shown you what I was wrapping for my daughter, huh? Well, that was like a little Dollar Tree counting puzzle. She just really likes numbers and alphabets. I have I'm gonna wrap next some little Play-Doh packets from the dollar store. She's like just over 2, so this is definitely up her alley. Are you the type of person that measures and cuts, or just eyeballs it and it's like, this'll work? I used to be the measurer. And then I had a kid. And then I just don't care anymore. So I eyeball it now. I'm like, you know what? If it does like this, if it doesn't work, I'll just wrap something else that it will fit. Next thing is I just got like a little glow ball and this like Crayola mess-free pen coloring. Just a couple little things, like stocking stuffer kind of stuff. Okay, let's hurry so I can get this done. This will do. The 2 books I have left on my TBR that I still need to read after Cress. Oh, not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Is Mistletoe and Mr. Right, and this is by Sarah Morgenthaler, and Winter House by Ben Gutterson. Probably should put those closer. Hopefully, I will get those done before the end of December. As long as I don't pick up any other addictive audio YA series, you know? As long as that doesn't happen, I should be able to accomplish it. Hopefully. It's just been such a crazy last couple of weeks, but with work and everything, it's why I'm kind of doing 2 in 1, which is wrapping presents and talking to you guys, because I'm really strapped on time. So, and I want to make sure that I give an update and I have some content, but I also want to make sure that I'm productive at the same time, which I think everybody strives for in their day-to-day life. So how is everybody doing on their end? Are you all getting your reading done that you said for your TBR, or is the holidays cutting into your routine? Are you like me and getting distracted and not reading anything that you planned on reading? I am. That's kind of, I'm giving myself a hard time for no reason. I am reading what I said. It's just definitely listening to that Carnival series distracted me from my TBR goal, and just trying to get back into the routine of it and back onto track, you know? If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe. Wow, did I just stutter on subscribe? I did. I'd love for you to subscribe and hang out with me, even though I'm stuttering. And if you liked this video, give me a good old thumbs up. It would be much appreciated. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.